Let's go over graphing absolute value equations using the shortcut and with transformations. So remember, the parent graph is where there are no transformations. And that's y equals the absolute value of x. And it starts at 0, 0, and then it goes up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. So basically, this is your parent graph, and the vertex is at 0, 0. So there's your vertex, right? So doesn't this mean we're going to take the parent graph and shift it left 3 and then down 4? So if we took your parent graph and shifted it left 3 and then down 4, where would the new vertex be? Right? So therefore, wouldn't the vertex be for this one? The vertex would be -3 and -4. So I'll put color to that because aren't we shifting the parent graph left 3, hence it's going to be -3 because you're going left 3. So you're going to the left 3, and then you're going to go down 4 is where you're going to shift the parent graph. So the new vertex is going to be sitting at -3, -4. So here's our new vertex. Here's the location -3 and -4. So there's the vertex. Because there's a reflection in the x-axis, that means the v is going to be opening down. So we know it's opening down. The vertical shrink or stretch is basically the slope of the branches. So the vertical shrink or the stretch is the slope of the branches. So we are going to go down 1 and then over 2, down 1 over 2 because the vertical shrink is 1/2. So we're going to go down 1 and over 2. And that will give us one of the branches. Then we go back to the vertex and go down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, and that gives us the other branch. So that's the shortcut for graphing that. So it's like the slope. So let's try the next one. So doesn't this say we're going right 2 and then up 1? Therefore, our new vertex is going to be +2, +1. So if you're going to go right 2, that means the new vertex is +2 and 1. So +2 and 1 is the vertex. So that would be right there. So there's your new vertex. Since there is no reflection, that means the graph is opening up since there is no reflection. The vertical stretch is going to be the slope of the branches. So because it has a vertical stretch by a factor of 3, that means the slope of the branches is up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1. And M is for slope, right? Remember that? So from the vertex, we're going to go up 3 boxes and over 1. And then from there, up 3 boxes over 1. And that will give us one of your branches. And then you go back to the vertex and go up 3 in the other direction 1, up 3, other direction 1. And that gives you your slope of your other branch. Remember, it has symmetry. So let's try the other 2. Notice on this one, we're not shifting left at right at all. And we want you to write the vertex just like this on your paper. So we want you to identify the vertex of each graph and then graph it. So the vertex, there is no shifting left or right. So all we're doing is just moving it up 3, huh? So we're just going to remember the parent graph is sitting at 0, 0. So we're basically just moving this parent graph up 3 units. So our new vertex is going to be at 0, 3. So we didn't shift it to the right or to the left. We just shifted it 3 up. So our new vertex is 0, 3, and 0, 3 is right there. There is no reflection, so there's no negative out there, so there's no reflection. So that means the V is going to be opening up. And since there's no vertical shrink or stretch, that means our slope of our branch is just 1, so up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1 is the slope of a branch. So from the vertex, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up a box over a box, up 1 over 1. That gives you one of your branches. You must have arrows. And then go back to the vertex, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, and you can keep doing that. The more you do, the more accurate your graph is going to look like, and the graphs are actually solutions. So when you actually graph something, you're actually graphing solutions. Solutions are the XY ordered pairs that would make the sentence true. Okay, let's look at this one. Why don't you pause the video and see if you can identify the vertex correctly? Right, so can you identify the vertex correctly? Okay, so is -1, doesn't that mean it's going right 1? That means this is going to be 1, and then aren't you going up 4? So this is going to be 4. So since it's -1, that means you're going right 1, so that means 1. And you're going up +4, so 4. So it's 1, 4 is your new vertex. It has a negative outside, so that's a reflection in the x-axis. That means your V is going to be opening down. And you have a vertical stretch by a factor of 3/2, because 3/2 is bigger than 1, so it's a vertical stretch. So that means your branches is going to have a slope of up 3 over 2, up 3 over 2. So it's going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3 over 2. 1, 2, 3 over 2. And there's one of your branches because it's opening down. And then you go back up to the vertex, down 1, 2, 3 over 2. Down 1, 2, 3 over 2. And that is your other branch. Oops, I must have miscounted because it's not accurate. So let me go back and recount. So down 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then down 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And that is how you graph absolute values.